Okay, today we are playing a game on Route 66. We are in the Platinum SR range, and we'll be playing mostly Zarya. There's a little bit of Orisa towards the very end of the game, but it's basically all Zarya. So let's start the game. So we're defending first. We're mostly hoping right now we don't see Bastion come around the corner. I feel like Route 66 is one of the more common maps you're going to see that happen on, since you can usually get on the payload pretty much unobstructed. As long as, you know, the defending team isn't doing something real wacky. So we walked forward, we took a big chunk of damage, but we did also get a big chunk of charge, so that's nice. If we're gonna go for the walk in front of your team to like take some damage on the barrier, you gotta be real ready to move back again. Cause we almost died getting that charge, but we didn't die, so that's, you know, the important thing. But there is like a Roadhog over there. So we are anti-healed now. We've got our bubble, so we can purge that effect off of us. But we are still, like, going forward at 150 health. And we've only gotten a Mercy and a Lucio as our healers. So we're not exactly about to suddenly spike up all of this health again. So we gotta be real careful going for that aggressive play, basically. Because, hey, we ended up dying. Mercy can res us free, but now we're starting back at 0 charge again. This is the worst part about dying as Zarya. You gotta start again from scratch. So I don't like having done this maneuver where we just jump down on the bad men before our bubble is up again. I'd rather we wait till Reinhardt jumps down and then we follow him, because we jumped down here without him. Roadhog missed his hook, so that's great, but if we like get hooked by these boys before Reinhardt's come down to like assist us, we're pretty much fucking dead. So I would have rather waited for Rein to jump down first, then we follow him. We are much of the front line as Zarya, really. We are mostly just trying to, like, help the actual main tank be the front line rather than, like, trying to be the front line ourselves. Because, you know, we get to do a lot of damage, and that's real cool, but we don't have the same kind of presence that a lot of main tanks have in terms of, like, fending off the enemy team. So anyway, we've regrouped back on the high ground. We're chucking Graviton in because we've got it. Dragon Strike through it, and 2 of them are dead. The rest of them are starting to scatter, but I mean, the fight's basically done. Please, I hate fucking Soldier 76 players so much, dude. I swear to God, every time I see a soldier playing, they always just stand perfectly still, like they're Bastion, right? Like they've gone into turret form. They just stand there. Don't stand perfectly still if you're playing fucking soldier. Because imagine that soldier's doing that, and we're playing like any kind of precision hero. We're McCree, Widow, Ashe, anything like that, Hanzo. Just like, oh sick, that's some fucking free real estate up there. Don't do that. Like, bob back and forth on the spot a little bit so it's not completely free if, like, somebody comes around the corner and sees you stood there like a fucking Bastion. I hate soldier players. They always do it. You'll see other people. You'll see an Ashe moving around more than you'll see a soldier moving around. I hate it. Anyway, I got really venomous about that. I was so mad when I saw him. So, McCree just got hooked. Reinhardt let his shield break, I'm pretty sure. Well, he is trying to block the nano-boosted whole hog. We're basically, like, a little bit far forward, being that far around the corner. Not overly so, but enough so that if something like that happens, well, Ryan's fucking dead, basically. And now that Reinhardt's dead, it's gonna be real hard for us to stop these bad men. We're doing our best, but, like, there's shields in the way. They're doing a lot of damage. Now they're using some ultimates. Deadeye's happening. Very brave play. I respect that, though. We had our bubble, so we can go out and give it a try, at least. But by this point, like, 2 people on our team are dead. Like, it's pretty much not gonna happen. But we did manage to get a lot of ult charge off of the fight anyway. Pretty much just, like, overextending on the, street did that, because Reinhardt died before he could get back around the corner again. And, McCree got hooked. You know. But, Reinhardt, unable to get back around the corner before the nano-boosted Rudy Tooty Whiz Bang Shooty killed him. So we get back in time. The fight went okay in our absence. So, we get back in time to contest the point again. Anyway. We've got Graviton built up. Hanzo's got his ult built up as well. Hopefully we're keeping track of that in-game. We obviously can't see if we're pushing tab, but hopefully we're pushing tab as Zarya a lot. Got a combo ultimate. You want to know who has their ultimates. So you can hear Soldier using Tac Visor right now. Come back around. He's killed Mercy by this point. So we've lost our main healer. Now we've lost McCree. We decide to go for it anyway. I'm not particularly excited to go for it right now, really, unless I can get, like, more than their tanks, pretty much, because that's all we're getting off this one. And Orisa gets to walk out of Graviton, unfortunately. So I don't want to go for Graviton, because we're missing 2 people already, one of which was our main healer. Oh, wait, Lucio changed... No, yeah, Lucio changed to Anna, so Mercy wasn't our main healer anymore. We were missing one of our healers, though, and then somebody else died. They were also missing 2 people, but I still want a better grav than their 2 tanks, one of whom can walk out of it, if we're gonna go for it at, like, that kind of situation. Orisa, she just gets to walk out. We saw Roadhog use Take a Breather, so that probably prompted a fair bit of that decision. But Orisa still got Fortify as well, so we've got to worry about that one as well. Anyway, so we lost the first checkpoint. Not the end of the world, Route 66. You can win on any of the checkpoints, and the 3rd checkpoint is, like, awful to attack. So, again, we gotta be real careful, because we're walking, like, pretty far up to do this, and then we get hooked, or not hooked, we get halted, and then, oh god, gotta walk all the way back across again. Tracer's in here, that's inconvenient. If you're gonna go out for the get the charge from the bad men play as Zarya, you gotta be ready to move back immediately, because if you get caught out of position as Zarya, you're gonna die pretty quickly, because we're using our bubble aggressively, so that means if something bad happens, we don't have the personal bubble as a fallback, so we gotta be real careful when making the, like, walk through the shield to get the, or walk up to the bad men to get the charge play. You'll see Zarya players do it all the time, but you gotta be careful and, like, step back as soon as you get the charge, because you're gonna take a lot of damage. And if they've got crowd control, like the hook, you can just suddenly die. If the Roadhog pops the bubble quick, if they pop the bubble quickly and then Roadhog hooks you, you're dead. Like, you're gonna fucking die. So, it's usually fine to do, but you gotta be careful. That's the moral of the story. You know, I'm gonna beat the drum for the entire rest of the game, no doubt. I love to repeat myself. It's basically my, like, one main skill is repeating myself on the same point over and over again. So we are just stood in, like, a pretty ridiculous spot right now. Up here. You know, we can fall back through the doorway. That's fine. But we take this big chunk of damage. We're half health right now. They can do a lot of damage to us very quickly. They've shown us this several times so far now. And then we come back out again, and then we decide to try and walk back this way, which is the most dangerous way we could possibly go. We survived, so that's great, but, like, being up here, it's not really a great spot for Zarya, because we're really far up, you know, we're not a very fast person, and we're just, like, in full view of everyone. There's not a lot of cover up here. It's not very good high ground. And we can just retreat back through this doorway to get back to our team safely, but I guess we decided that way is going to take too long, so we just, like, walk out in full view of the enemy team and walk down the street again. And it's miraculous we survived, to be honest with you. But we did survive, and you know, if you don't get punished, you don't have to learn. That's what I always say. Sometimes, though, you get hooked into the nano-boosted Roadhog, and you're pretty much fucking dead at that point. So, we've been kind of, like, shepherded into this doorway by the bad men advancing on us. But we shouldn't stand this far forward in the doorway, because there is cover in here a little bit further back. Right now, we can't even really dodge anything because the hallway is too small. So we need to back up more than this, and we can, like, go around the room on the right-hand side behind us and, like, get back into a safer position, rather than just hanging out in the hallway where it's like fish in a barrel. We're big, we're taking up basically the entire hallway. It's gonna be pretty easy for them to, like, hook us and kill us. We did get shepherded in there, so that's fine, like, whatever, but, like, we gotta back up after that, because it's a scary place to be. So we come out, we chuck the grav in there immediately, which is understandable. Tragically, we only get a couple people. Lucio's got sound barrier, then McCree starts using Deadeye. It's not exactly a good situation by that point. So it could have gone better, overall. We were out of position a few times, that didn't help, but there were, like, a lot of things went wrong right there. So anyway, whatever, we're attacking now. As you can see, this is a fairly long game. We're gonna be here for a little while. So now we're attacking. We're doing Ryan Zarya again. We were Ryan Sigma a second ago, and I was a little bit about the hat, but we've changed to Ryan Zarya now. And we got double sniper, basically. I'm never fully down with considering Hanzo and Ashe snipers personally. Yeah, like, you know, I'll do it, but I'm always a little bit like, they're not Widow, are they? You know? Anyway, that's just me, though. So, this is real aggro. We spotted the Ana out of position. Did Ashe kill herself? Great job, Ashe. Jesus fucking Christ. We spotted the Ana out of position, and we decide to back off before we go out, before chasing after any further. And it's fair enough, you know, I must admit I would have probably followed this Ana the entire way, because her only option right now is to go into the mine, and if I stand in the mine door, I can block her from getting back to her team. And from looking up on the high ground as this is happening, McCree's there. McCree falls back, so he's reloading right now. He's just fallen all the way back. He has to be reloading. So unless they're about to all jump off the high ground to try and save this Ana, I'd chase her. I'd chase her into that mine and then just like stand in the doorway to try and block her getting out again. Because if we can kill that Ana, like, we capture the checkpoint, basically. It's going to be real hard for them to defend the checkpoint with their main support dead. But now 2 of them are dead anyway. Fun fact, you don't need to do the grenade hop to get up here. You can just jump off the highest part, the back of the payload, and you can just jump straight up onto there without doing the grenade hop. It's a little easier to do it if you do the grenade hop, but you can save some 25 ammo, well, 20 ammo soon by just hopping straight up. I do it as Ryan all the time. They're always really surprised when I just, like, jump up there on them and start swinging at them. And it always feels really good. I enjoy it a lot as far as activities go. So they started losing men. They're falling back now. Things are looking good. We can just hang around here and, like, spam in at them, try and stop them coming back through this way again. They go around that way. Reaper managed to get around there pretty quickly, but he went up there without the rest of his team, so he just got kind of clapped. Now Sigma's gonna get clapped again as well. The rest of their team is finally arriving. Ryan got pinned because he's bad. Could we have barrier? Did we have our barrier? No, we did not. No. Nope, came up, like, right after he got pinned. Unfortunate. That complicates things slightly. We really weren't sure if we wanted to go for this or not, huh? Because, I mean, I'd be like, guys on fire. I'd probably keep trying, but we back, like, way the fuck up, and then we go, like, ah, shit, I should have, like, kept going in. Fuck, then we get there and we realize it's being healed, so we back up again, you know? It was fairly indecisive, where we backed all the way out and then went back, went back in again. I would have just kept on the Rhine, to be honest with you. He's on fire, like, half of his team was already dead by that point. But anyway. We've nearly got Graviton built up. Our Ryan's back now. We're about. Yep, I could feel it coming in my heart, because I was like, it's always like he got nano boosted. It's pretty easy to pin the Earth Shatter the enemy team right after you get pinned, because their Reinhardt, there's no way he ever puts his shield back up again after he pins you. He keeps swinging. So as long as you're not gonna die before you get the Earth Shatter off, right after you get pinned, it's free money, dude. And that's exactly what I could feel it in my heart. I haven't been looking at the UI to check their ults. I just felt it deep within my gut that we were about to get earth-shattered. So anyway, they used a lot of ultimates for that, so that's nice. They used both their support ultimates and earth-shatter. And we've almost got every ultimate except Valkyrie built up. So things are looking good coming into the next team fight. We even know they use their defensive cooldown, and we're about to have our combo ready to go. So things are looking good for this next team fight. And even better now that their McCree's dead as well. We do have to worry about Reaper. We as the off-tank have to, like, worry about flankers, generally speaking. Because it's kind of our job to stop the flankers from, like, fucking up our team. We don't even need to use Graviton, because all that just happened right in front of us, so we get to save our ultimate now. For the next team fight instead. Now, we don't have any combo pieces ready anymore. Now we just have Graviton. And Graviton can also just be enough by itself, but it's not as free as if we had Dragon Strike built up. Hanzo just got absolutely I was looking at his health bar at the time and just saw him just get completely minced. So here's Reaper again. Reaper's dead now. Man, Reaper needs to, like, be a little bit more restrained in his actions. He's going in. It's fucking... I'm going back right now to see if their Rhine charged in, because I'm mad that he just got pinned right there. Did he charge up? No, he didn't. So he just walks in front of this door, this alleyway that he just saw our Rhine go through, turns the blind corner, and is presumably surprised to have been pinned as a result of that. Like, if you're following that Rhine around a blind corner, there is a solid chance that he is going to charge that corner, hoping he gets you as you turn it. Especially if you're gonna follow him into a fucking alleyway, like in the mines right there. I hate Reinhardt players as well, because I swear to God, most Reinhardt players would rather get pinned than actually countercharge. For some reason. And it makes me really mad. We heard Reaper a second ago, by the way. So I think that's why we're looking up there, because we just heard him. I heard him, so I'm assuming that's why we're, like, doing that right there. So we got Grav built up. That's nice. We got caught right there, pretty much. We are, like, a little bit off to the side. We're fairly justified in being surprised by this maneuver, I think, because we did go in for, like, the aggressive play and get punished for it, but I also was not expecting McCree to just run up and flash us like that, so, yeah. Obviously, get it, we got caught, we died, that's not great, especially when we've got Grav right now, and Hanzo's about to have Dragon Strike. So now we don't get to combo in this team fight, and hopefully Hanzo doesn't ult while we're not there, because that team fight's not going to be a win, but you know how people are. Anyway, we have the combo ready to go. Mercy's apparently sleepy behind us right now. Sorry, elevator music was playing in my head right there. So, I don't know if we're... Oh god, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like doing it. Like, getting Earth Shatter's bad, obviously, but, like, I really don't want to just lob the Grav straight at Rhine when I know that we've got our combo ready. Like, it does, like, really temper their aggression, but, like, I think I'd rather just take the L on that one, to be honest with you. And use it on the next team fight instead, because if, like, your whole team gets earth-shattered, right? The Grav can turn it around, and I mean, we see the fight still going okay, but, like, I feel like it was fairly unlikely to work. Like, it worked, so hey, if you don't get punished, you don't have to learn, but your whole team gets earth-shattered. I'm pretty much just gonna chalk that one up as an L and save it for the next team fight instead. But I am known to, like, throw grit games because I'm too conservative with this kind of thing at the same time, so, you know, take it for what it's worth. So, hey, this is happening in here. She got her ult off, damn. Oh, fuck, Hanzo's got his ult ready again? Jesus Christ, Hanzo. It's not... He ulted, like, 5 seconds ago. They must be, like, again? Anyway, they were all, like, funneling out through the alleyway, or the mine, rather, to touch the point, so we managed to pick them all off. That was a big try on that hop right there. It didn't quite work out. So we've almost got Grav built up again. This is the convenient thing when the enemy team, like, funnels out one by one. You mostly get to, like, grind them all to death again and build up some ult charge. We do still have to, like, worry about Reaper as Zarya, because we have to worry about the flankers still. Hey, here he comes right now. He hasn't really been doing that much flanking, to be fair. He's kind of just, like, been running straight at us for the most part. Ryan, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, what's the plan? Nobody's with him. Right, like, Moira's with him. I lied. So, wow, Ashe, what a champion. Ashe saw him do this and went, nah. Goes in and coach guns him into our team. What an absolute lad. What a champion. Most Ashe players would not do that. I probably wouldn't have done that. But, hey, she fucking threw him right into our team. Great job, Ashe. Reinhardt was fucking up, like, Reinhardt was probably going to die anyway, because he was doing something quite dumb. But great job, Ashe, all the same. So we've got Graf built up again. Hanzo's almost got his ult. Hopefully we're keeping track of this again, because we don't want to use it before he has it ready to go, given this is the last team fight. You know, that wasn't exactly the ideal location to chuck it, but I'm assuming that wasn't intentional. So a lot of our teammates just died. We're gonna die. All we're doing, we should not be doing this. Ugh. Us picking up that large health kit just gave them more ult charge, because we were never going to get out of that fight with our lives. So all we did was give their Reaper some more ult charge, and, like, stagger ourselves a little bit more. We should not have done that. If you're gonna die, just die. And especially as, like, tanks, you know, most commonly seen with D.Va and Roadhog players, it's really easy to feed a lot of ult charge that you didn't need to the enemy team because you dragged your death out. And tanks can drag their deaths out for a really long time as well. If you're gonna die. Just take it, you know, regroup with your team. Don't, like, take a breather if you can't. Like, I hate watching the Roadhog who's in the middle of 6 men by himself take a breather, because how are you getting out, bro? How the fuck are you getting out of this situation? You ain't, and you just gave the enemy team 300 more damage worth of ult charge and dragged your death out by an extra couple seconds. Don't do that! Just die. Just fucking accept your death with dignity and regroup with your team. Anyway, I got really mad at a fictional Roadhog player right there as well, because, man, I hate a lot of people, basically, is the gist of it. I definitely hate watching tank players feed unnecessary ult the most, though. I hate that fucking Roadhog I've made up, damn it, dude. And now I'm thinking about the same Roadhog player later in the game seeing me Earth Shatter and then go, let's combo ults, and then just push everyone away from me. They do it so much. I complained about this in another video, but I'm still mad about it, so I'm going to complain about it again. So I was playing Reinhardt, right, and we're attacking Hanamura, second checkpoint. I've got Earth Shatter. We go up on the side, as you do, up to try and take the high ground on the right-hand side. I go through the door. I Earth Shatter 3 men on the ledge, like above the point, and then my Lucio just slides in behind me. After I've earth-shattered them, he just slides in and boops them off the edge. And I just watch as 3 kills just fall away from me. And I was so mad. If I could physically have reached the Lucio player, I would have punched him. I was very mad about it. Oh, fuck, Ryan, you just earth-shattered half the enemy team? That's pretty sick, bro. I'm helping. Boop. I hate Lucio players as well. Not just because of that one player, because Lucio players just boop people for the sake of it. And the boop does like 3 whole damage. I know it does more than 3 damage. Fucking pedant. I know it does more than 3 damage. Your boop does like 3 damage. It's like 3.5 damage. And yet Lucio players, they just slide in and they boop someone, and then they just push them out of things all the time. The amount of times I've seen a Lucio player just slide up to someone, boop them for the sake of it, and end up saving that person because he boops him out of the DPS's line of sight or some shit. God damn it. I hate so many people. Anyway, we're having a team fight right now. We're bullying some supports, which is very fun to do. Because they can't stop us as Zarya. And we managed to capture the checkpoint. Now, they've got a lot more time than us, so it's not exactly looking good for us. But, you know, sometimes you push it all the way to the end in overtime. And the enemy team, if you push it like... If you've got like a minute left and you push it like halfway down the track in overtime, which is a pretty common occurrence to be honest with you, the defending team immediately tilts. Immediately tilts. And as we all know, the first team that tilts is the team that loses. So we're both about to run Bastion at each other. They have the defending Bastion and 2 barriers. We only have 1 barrier. So their Bastion is favored in this arrangement right now, because they're going to get the head start on our shield, and we have less shields as well. There is not much we can contribute to this as Zarya right now. What I will say is, you know, we're going to play Orisa in this game. When we see we're going Bastion, we should have picked another shield tank, pretty much, because we can reasonably assume they would have run Bastion as well in that one. If you go to a second round on maps, or I suppose the third round on a map, the chances of somebody running Bastion, like, quintuples, is a very likely occurrence. So, if we're going to run Bastion at them, and we're on the third round, I would have liked to have run more shields, basically. Just, we're going Bastion, might as well go all in on the Bastion at that point, and they'll probably go Bastion. We're gonna need some more shields. So, they've got 3 minutes to push it. Not particularly far. They do at least have to get round the bend. That's kind of a big deal, that they have to actually get round the bend to capture it. Because if they had to get it, like... Didn't start the pen. God damn it. Jesus Christ. I have to start it. It's an app called Epic Pen, by the way. People ask now and then. That's how I draw on the screen. If they got it to like... If we got it to like here... It's like all over, dog. It's like all over at that point. Having to actually turn the bend, though, that, you know, that increased our odds of winning by a significant amount, to be honest with you. I've seen people not get around that bend enough times. So, they're going to run Bastion at us. We can guarantee this with almost 100% certainty. And here they come right now with the Bastion. Oh, that was not good efficiency right there. Because Toes let his shield break. That's bad. Don't do that. We put our shield down again when this shield is at 700 health. We just lost 700 health worth of value on that shield right there. That's more than an entire Orisa shield will be after the PTR patch goes live. That's how much value we just lost. An Orisa shield and 100 extra health. So we have to jump down now to contest the objective. Now, their Bastion died, so this is immediately feasible that we might actually do it since their Bastion died. Scary, still, obviously, but at least Bastion's not there. It's not looking good, though. We're basically praying real hard right now. Baptiste put the lamp down. We just drilled a lot of headshots into their Orisa, and it felt real nice. I heard the sound effect. It was really good. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's like the best part about playing Orisa versus the other Orisa. When you get, like, right on top of each other, and you just start getting headshots on them. And, you know... I feel like a lot of Orisa players kind of don't think about it and just kind of like keep shooting you in your midsection. So it's like, if you aim for the head, like, half the time they don't, because, I don't know. It's just one of those things that people do that annoys me. Like when the Lucio boops people out of your Earth Shatter off the high ground so you can't kill them. You know, it's just one of those things that we can all sympathize with, I think. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Leave me alone. So, it's not, you know, now we're in the blizzard. We've got our shield in front of us, at least, and we're being healed. Hey, now our blizzard's down as well. Bastion just minced a lot of people also. We're basically just, like, scrambling with the enemy team, and there's not really a lot of strategy happening on either team right now. We're really just scrambling down here and hoping for the best. And, you know, that's pretty much how this situation is always gonna go. We scramble, and we pray. So they don't have Bastion anymore, by the way. They've got Reaper now instead of Bastion, so we have to worry about him, like, sneaking up behind us at this point. Especially if there's, like, also a Mei around. Mei's trying to freeze us, but we're playing Orisa, so we can just walk away. Our Bastion died behind us. He got rezzed. Oh, no. We got slammed. Such is life. We had to use Fortify or we were going to get frozen by Mei right there, so that means we don't have it for the Gravitic Flux, which is overall very sad, but, you know, such is life. Pretty much the only thing to avoid that would have been, like, playing more conservatively so we're not in a position to get frozen by Mei, thereby we don't have to use Fortify. But at that point, like, shit's fucked, brah. So what we got today? Super Eye Patch Wolf's great, Neryl's great, Matt McMuscles, What Happened, really good series. You can probably get the gist of the series from the thumbnail. Really good, highly recommend. What else we got? Northernlion, my favorite. I like fighters, I follow this man. Fighting games are cool. I like some of Super Bunny Hop. It's like really hit or miss for me. And I've watched like 3 videos, so obviously they're fucking everywhere now. Games Done Quick to ban everyone. Sure thing, dog. And Maximilian Dude is also really good. Fighting game content again. Good guy. Anyway. So, over in the email, there was kind of a thing. One thing that stood out to me during this game was how much their Orisa Hog could kind of bully Ryan and I back. How can I hold a more effective frontline? Or is that just how those two be? Orisa and Hog do so much damage. ... I mean, yeah, that's kind of how it be. We probably won't. You're probably not going to have to worry about that so much in the near future, because I don't think Orisa's going to be a very good main tank with a 600 health shield. I've seen some theorizing that Orisa's going to be like a good brawler. I'll be surprised, you know. I've been wrong before, but I'll be surprised. So, the thing is that, like, you as Zarya cannot do that much more to be an effective front line, because we're mostly... Like, Zarya is a support tank, basically, right? And you get to do you're like a DPS support tank. Kind of all 3 categories. I know, very descriptive. Like, you're mostly trying to help Reinhardt be an effective front line, rather than being the front line yourself. This is why I was talking about, like, jumping down before Reinhardt being a scary thing to do, because he's the front line. And we're trying to help him be an effective front line, basically. And how much you can do that will depend on the Reinhardt player and the enemy team as well. So, you know, you as Zarya, basically all you can do is just, like, try and build a charge as quickly as you can, and then try and bully them. Because, especially with, like, Orisa's shield, so if we still run into Orisa Hog, Orisa's shield at 600 health is not a lot of shield. And if we can build high charge quickly, then we'll be able to, like, chew through Orisa's shield very quickly. Just as, like, Zarya, to be honest. But then, plus anybody else also doing damage to the barrier. So, in the future, it will be much easier to deal with this kind of situation, provided you can build charge relatively quickly. Because then, you can bubble the Rhine, bubble yourself, chew through the enemy Orisa's shield, and then just, like, muscle in on them before they can put their shield back down again. Because once their shield's down, like, Orisa Hog, they don't have anything else as far as, like, barriers and protection go, right? Except for Fortify and Take a Breather. So once it's down, you want to try and, like, press that advantage as much as you can, provided the fight isn't going, like, terrible by that point, right? Like, if you're down people, or, like, you're already on the back foot when you break the barrier, you're not going to be able to then press the advantage. But that's basically, like, the process, is just, like, try and facilitate Reinhardt, or whoever the main tank is. You might not be with Reinhardt, you might be with Orisa, or, Toes or something, or Hammond instead, right? You're just trying to make it easier for them to be the front line as Zarya, rather than being the front line yourself, and then you're trying to bully people around and, like, protect people. Like, this, I'm talking about the flankers as well. We've got to, like, keep track of, like, the Reapers and things like that, and we're basically trying to, like, wrangle all the children together so that they don't go off and, like, do something stupid, you know? Like, Hanzo's over here trying to put a fork into the fucking plug socket, you know? We gotta make sure he doesn't do shit like that, basically. That's what we do as Zarya, and it's, like, really fucking tiring, dude. So yeah, it's hard, but that's, like, pretty much all you can do as Zarya. You don't get to be the frontline yourself, you just help your frontline be a more effective frontline. And this is also easier depending on who your DPS are, because if you're, like, Rein Zarya, Mei Reaper, dog, you just want to get in there and start fucking brawling with the bad men as quickly as you possibly can, basically. Like, you know, it's easier than if you've got, like, Soldier Ash or something like that, then, you know, you're really just trying to, like, play cautiously, wait for your moment, and then, like, get in there as fast as you can. Because you get to chew through people really quickly as Zarya if you have high charge. It's just getting there to the high charge, and then getting in a position to use your high charge effectively. Because Zarya is slow, and she's real big, but she does a lot of damage, so you've got to be careful about how you get in, but if you get in, it's all over for him. Anyway, so hopefully that's helpful. So thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. I've started streaming on Twitch Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 p.m. EST till midnight EST. There's a link to the channel in the description. And if you managed to make it all the way through the video and somehow still enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future. And I hope you found the video helpful.